I just want to fourth what everyone has said, and especially what Globe just said, that we're up here on this dais, but you can call me Matt. I'm here to learn, and I've been struggling to figure out the question that's haunting us here today for all 44 years of my life. So this isn't something new to me, but it's not something I figured out. I don't think I necessarily will. But I'm going to be responsive to what others have said. Thinking about what Monet said, I'm really struck by the way petty crimes are invoked as justification for death, right? So cigarillos and loose cigarettes in the context of Eric Garner used as an opportunity to invoke massive response on the part of the authorities. And there's something in that that has a long, deep history that goes back to 19th, 18th century American history, the history of slavery, the history of slave patrols, and the ways in which black bodies were released from the very moment they got here. That I just want to acknowledge and have that be part of the context of this conversation. And then Errol's notion of solutions, which Globe reiterated that the solutions are so huge and yet so obvious that more policing is not the right answer in the same way that better schools are, or real meaningful jobs, or an adequate social safety network. That's the needless thing. Those kinds of solutions are there and are available on the table. We don't, and they're not the only solutions necessarily, but one doesn't have to be a wizard to sort of clean up what is necessary to make a real difference in terms of the way that society works. One has to just sort of think about what's already been said and already been on the table and try to pull it all together into some kind of meaningful solution. And the last is about the role of young people. So I'm mindful that I am an old person now, in a way that I wasn't an old person when I was a young person. Thank you for that. And this past 6-7 months has reminded me a lot of the 2003 lead up to the war in Iraq and the massive protests that took place in New York City, in which I played a very limited role as one of 500,000 to 600,000 people in New York taking over the entire central part of the city, which did not make the news, right? So the entire city was shut down. There was not a single nightly news broadcast that showed footage from the streets, and nothing in the newspapers the day after. No Twitter, no Facebook. So without those things, all of that effort got on fire. There's something here in the ways in which young people are able to mobilize technologies that I still am struggling to understand myself. I find Twitter to be utterly frustrating. I don't even know what Snapchat is, but and yet these simple things, right? The difference between a police camera and a cell phone camera used to capture brutality on the streets is absolutely fundamental. And the difference between having a camera like that and then having a cell phone camera that you can upload to YouTube where millions of people can watch this stuff, it's just astonishing. Instrumentally, in the way that we think about resistance and protest. I just want to lay that all out there, and then do you want the microphone back?